Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9-to-5s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 142. Yes, sir. It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router and Timothy Hall, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm at home. Timothy Hall is at home. Tim Router's in his car.
In the backseat of my car, baby. Just me and my car.
Did you get kicked out of the house? What happened?
No. So Lauren and I have taken a little mini vacation for 2 days. We are here in Adairsville, Georgia, which is about 45 minutes northwest of Atlanta. There's a resort here called Barnsley Gardens Resort. And it's actually, I think it's centered around a golf course, which I don't golf, but I mean, I do, but I don't. And it's just really cool. It's like this.
You do in private.
Right. On my own spare time.
While nobody's watching.
While nobody's watching. Golf video games.
In the dark. Yeah. So, it's one of those things where it's kind of based around a golf course. So they have like a clubhouse, but it's also kind of a farm, and they have all these little different cottages. And we've come here at least 3 or 4 other times, and usually it's around my birthday in February. So it's really dead, and but it's just cool. You can go horseback riding, you can do some clay shooting, and it's just a really cool little place to just go and relax.
You can play clay shooter on the NES.
Yes, it's amazing. Or you can do it in real life if you want, and it's the greatest feeling in the world. I'm trying to convince Lauren to do that today, but I don't think that's going to happen. It sounds like we're bike riding, and that's about it. But I mean, they have it's nice. They have a spa here, and so it's just a really cool little place, and we call it the poor man's Blackberry Farms, because Blackberry Farms is like this 5-star Zagat rated, like just uber expensive Uber resort area in the Smokies, right outside of Knoxville, Tennessee. And I think we've gone there once, and I was like, ooh, that hurts. So Barnsley is a really nice. You get a lot of the same attention for a lot less money, which is really nice. And it's a really cool place to be. So and the funny thing is my parents and her parents both gave us gift certificates to come here last Christmas. So we're like
this last Christmas or the Christmas before?
The Christmas before. And that's how long we've been trying to schedule just this little trip. And they actually extended our gift certificates for this trip too, which is really nice, because normally it's about I think it's a year or a year and a half until they expire. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we got down here yesterday. We're here for a full day today, and then we'll go back on Thursday. So it's a nice, quick little trip, but it's just a nice little decompress. We're just hanging out. It was great. Like we got down here, and we just been sitting and relaxing and just watching some TV, or we'll jump on our computers or our phones, or I'll play a little Hearthstone, whatever. So it's just been really, really cool. So, so I'm in the back seat of my car because it's very quiet here, and I think we do have neighbors in our cottage. The cottages are split up in half, and so there's a nice, beautiful little rope porch swing out in front, but it is the wall behind me is their bedroom. So I would probably be like waking them up right now. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go in the back of my car and just hang out and hope that AT&T's service stays strong, which so far so good. So that's what I'm doing. Work is crushing me right now. On the gaming front, I am all in with Witcher 3. Just having a ball. I mean, I'm only at I think I'm at level 6 right now, and nice. I'm doing some main mission and then going around and doing some side missions and just trying to now it's like, all right, I'm in. Now I really want to get my hands dirty, and there's so much alchemy and crafting and all kinds of stuff you can do. There's some monster quests you can do, and what's good is that they also give you, hey, this requires level so-and-so. So there's a couple that are level I'm not even close to yet, but at least I have them so that when I do level up, I can get to it. And man, nice. I think it is the upgraded, modern, just way cooler version of Skyrim right now, because it's so open world. There are so many things to do. I mean, you can just go anywhere and you'll come across a beast, or you'll come across bandits or whatever, and there's so many undiscovered locations and treasures, and there is a ton to do in this game. So I can see myself doing this all summer. And I may,
nice.
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those games now where like I'm getting up early and really excited to play. Like I'm like, screw work. I'm going to play this for an hour and see what happens. So yeah, it's a fantastic game. So I'm definitely all in with it, and it's awesome. I am continuing my Hearthstone quest. I'm at level 38 now, Hunter, and it's getting harder now because now I'm doing ranked play versus casual play. So, man, there are just times where I would like after the fourth turn, I just got annihilated. I'm like, well, time to update the card pack if I can, but I'm still sticking by halls, not buying anything, and just trying to do everything on merit. And
yeah, especially because, like I said, one of the members of the community mentioned, like, if you buy stuff, you don't increase your chances of getting anything good.
Which is ridiculous.
Okay. So yeah, that would be terrible to buy packs and get nothing good.
Yeah, I agree. And so I've been doing the way that I've been doing it is, you win 3 in a row, you get 10 coin, and then you do the daily quest, you get anywhere from 40 to 60. So once I get to 150, then I go into the arena and play as much as I can because you're guaranteed at least one card pack and then 1 coin. Even if you lose all 3 straight, which I did last night.
I know that's right.
But
the arena be slaughtering the brother. Golly.
The arena is the highest amount of wins in the arena that I've gotten was 4.
That's still better than me. Shoot, I think mine's 3.
Yeah, but I think one of them was because some guy just conceded because I think he had to go or his connection got cut off. But you know what? I was like, I'll take it because that's an extra card pack that I didn't have.
Yeah.
So
and the arena doesn't. I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but it doesn't reward you accordingly because I think I've won like 9 matches before and I got 2 card packs.
Really? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that stinks. I mean, so far the rewards have been good, and that's why. Because what I did before I did the arena was once I got to 100 coins, then I go and just purchase a card pack. But with the arena, you not only get and I've lost 3 straight, I think twice before. And even losing and not winning one, I still got a card pack and 40 coin. So that was cool. I mean, you at least get a little bit more than just a card pack, and that's why I wait to get the 150 coin and then go in.
I'll have to do that again.
Yeah, try it. It's really cool. And we've probably lost half of our listeners because they're like, you guys are the biggest geeks in the world right now.
No, seriously.
It was funny. I was talking to another buddy about Hearthstone yesterday, or the other day at the office that I office to with a bunch of friends, and these people looked around and they were like, what are you guys talking about? Because we're talking strategy with, I've got
deep. Yeah.
I've got like a 3/5 taunt and I'm trying to do this, that, and the other. And these people are like, I'm like, you know what? You can just, we're geeks. Well, I don't know what else to tell you.
But you sacrifice your minions.
Exactly. I even pulled that out. I'm like, hey, do you want to play some Hearthstone with us? It'll be fun. But it's good. So that's me. That was a very long version of me in a nutshell. But it's good to talk to you boys finally, and I'm just chilling in the backseat of my car.
Yes, sir.
I feel like I should have something like R. Kelly or something on, like my mind's telling me no,
Kelly.
But my body's telling me yeah.
I love it.
So, but yeah, it's hilarious. I should go grab my wife, but no, whatever. Yeah. It's all good. So that's me.
Halsifer.
I hope that Netflix doesn't soon realize that they should be more expensive.
Oh, please don't realize.
Please don't realize that.
We watched so there's only 1 season so far, but we watched the first season of Marco Polo this weekend.
Oh, good for you, man.
How was it?
So good.
Isn't it good? I did that too. Like a couple months ago, I saw it. I think it came out in January, and I marathoned that, man. It was so good.
Yes, so good. They do play a little loose with the license because Marco Polo wasn't extremely descriptive of his journeys. I mean, I guess he was I think he was a governor under Kublai Khan eventually, but I don't know. This is kind of the rising story, and they get to be very lax with it. Like they can kind of do what they want.
Yeah, which I liked, and I think there are some historical elements to it, but you kind of have to take it. Sure. You kind of take it with a grain of salt, and just like, well,
it's definitely entertainment.
Yeah, it's total. To me, it's a little more entertaining, and it's kind of a a Kubla Khan, Game of Thrones-ish kind of a thing.
Yeah, if you want the regular version, you got to watch History Channel.
Exactly. Man, I'm glad you watched that though. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's so awesome. Gabe, you got to watch it.
All right. We need a show too. We need a show bad.
Yeah, man. It's summer, right? It's like all of our shows are done, and now they're doing all this testing shows. I'm sure.
Well, we just need like a reason to watch television. Like we haven't watched any TV, and we actually sat down for the first time since
Remy.
Yeah. Oh well, definitely since Remy, but even from before that, like. I want to say like we caught up on our shows, and the last time we had seen a live episode, I think was February. So we like literally haven't sat down and watched any of our shows since February.
That's crazy.
That doesn't sound like a long time for some people, but like
no, that's
we
a long
love keeping up on shows. You know what I'm saying? It's June.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the reason we had to just get rid of our TV package, because we never watched it, and the only shows we watched were AMC live on Sunday nights. So we were like, this really isn't worth paying. Whatever we were paying, $30 or $40 a month.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's the one thing that I will say. Like, I wish AMC updated their like. I would love to have season 5 of Walking Dead on Netflix right now, but I know it's not possible just because they're going to package it in a DVD and what have you. But
they also do the Amazon thing, so you get it the day after.
Oh, they do.
They need to fix that though and give it to you the day of.
I agree, because it's nice. Like with HBO, it's nice. I don't watch any of the HBO shows. Like I watch Game of Thrones and Silicon Valley, all on either on my computer or on my iPad, because I don't sit in front of the TV anymore. I'm like you, Gabe. It's like you're just running around, and you have your DVR piling up, and we have so many shows, but we just don't have a chance to sit down and really watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
exactly.
Now that HBO is kind of like its own thing, we were thinking about it, but then we realized we have Amazon Prime. We realized that a lot of the HBO shows are already on there for free.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Prime subscription.
Nice.
So
all right.
That's kind of crazy, but
they may be shooting themselves in the foot for that one. Yeah, they do.
I think their model has been to put like half the seasons up there so that you watch, season 1, 2, 3, 4, and then buy the rest of them. So it kind of makes sense. So, like I said, if the Sling TV was just a little bit better, it would be ready.
Yeah.
Because the channel switching is great, and the HD quality is much better than cable.
That's
so
good.
They're almost there with that stuff, and as soon as they are, I think that's kind of a wise decision. So,
what else you playing?
Other than that, Hearthstone. I ended the May season at level 13, I think.
Oh my
nice.
Gosh, dude. That's awesome.
And that was just because really, I kind of feel like that was just because I ran out of time, because there's a lot of times that if I log in and the quests aren't anything I can do, I just am like, I'll play one game and then duck out. But if the quests are relevant to my character, then I'll play and make sure I get my coins.
And your character's mage, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So when you do the tutorial on Hearthstone, I think they just pick a character for you. Is that how that works?
I don't know. It could be. They might give you an option, like they do in the arena. They give you 3 options, and I don't know. I don't know how I came across Hunter, but I've stuck with that since day one.
Okay, so because I think what happened was I was doing the tutorial and they gave me mage, and after I played the tutorial, I was like, oh, okay, well, this works. Yeah. So then I just stuck with mage the entire time.
It's been
interesting.
And Tim, since you've been playing so much, you probably are about the same level as me at this point.
Oh,
I think I'm almost like 48.
It's almost time to battle. Dude, you're going to crush me. Who are you kidding? You probably have some amazing cards. But, I actually don't mind those quests that don't involve my character, because then I'll flip and I'll craft a new card pack. Like, I actually like the Druid guy, too. I think he's pretty cool. And there are some good cards for him. And so I did some of those, like win 3 with a Druid or a Warlock. And so I picked the Druid and did that. It's kind of cool to see what other characters are out there. But yeah, I hear you, man. I'm like, I'm just out for coin. So whatever I can do to get more coin, I'll do it. So
I basically, with the mage, I just built a strategy that was like very aggro.
Yep.
So just basically attacking from the get go.
Yep. And you use mostly spells, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. That's how it happens. Like usually I was able to beat, I guess, other players in like 6 turns or 7 turns or something like that.
That's insane.
And then I've got that legendary card, so when I play it, it's like a 7-turn card.
So legendary cards you've won 500, but you've had 500 wins, right? Isn't that when you get a legendary?
No, that's when you get the legendary hero.
Oh, legendary hero.
Basically, to get the legendary card, since I only got 1 from card packs, and it wasn't that great. So in order to get the one I wanted, which when I didn't even know about this card until I played somebody, and then they played it on me at the end and just annihilated me. I was like, I need that card.
Yep.
So I basically just destroyed all of the cards that I wasn't using and bought it. Just straight up bought it.
In the crafting?
Yeah.
Nice.
It takes like 1,600 crafting juice or whatever you want to call
Yowzers.
it.
Yeah.
So you're a spell guy. I'm a beat, like because of the hunter, I do all beasts. So I'm more of a minions guy. So I build up all the minions and then do the old +2 attack on all beasts or whatever, and then knock them out. Gabe, what's yours? What's your strategy?
You know, it's funny. I've been going back and forth because I did beast for a while. And then I had one pack that was like all mech.
Yeah,
and I actually really liked.
That's how I got annihilated in that
that's
4
cool.
tries was with mech, because there was like do this, and with mech, and all your mechs get this, and next thing you know, I was done.
You know, it's funny. I need to sit down and figure out who I am, because I have I have one person at 33, one person at 19, one person at 27, one person at 35. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I play all the characters so much.
Oh, that's cool. Good.
I haven't really. It's good and it's bad because I don't have that like hyper focused one character that I just go in and try to be great with. I play with like as the daily challenges come, like, you know, beat 3 people as priest, you know, like, and then I'll try to beat 3 people as priest. And so I haven't really settled and picked a person, but I don't know. I'm somewhere in between rogue and shaman, I think, or something like that. Shaman or whatever.
Yep.
So
Rogue is the one that beats me the most, I think. Maybe Rogue and
Warlock's pretty good too. Oh.
Yeah, priest.
Yeah.
Dang,
I've
priest.
been doing. Priest is rough, and then I've been doing a little warlock. I've been doing so. I just got to figure out who I am. Who am I?
Gabe, we love you regardless, buddy. It's okay,
I don't know, man. I don't
We're
know.
here for you. We are here for you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm other than that, I'm going to continue to test the PlayStation Now.
Oh, good.
So I've got the subscription now. They've added a few more games for June. So I'm going to keep going down that path because I want to see. I've only been playing it on my PS Vita for now, but I want to see what it's like on the PS4 if it's any better.
There you go.
On the PS4, it's out of beta, so they must have gotten things a little bit better over there. So we'll see.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right, Mr. Patillo, you're up.
Man, this is one of the rare times that we some of us are playing the same game besides Hearthstone. I am all in on Witcher as well.
You are? You got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
I got it for my laptop because what I've learned about PC gaming is that it is affordable.
Yes. Yes, it is.
If you have a machine that can play it already, you could actually get some games for cheap. So I think I ended up picking it up. I think Green Man Gaming or GOG had it for, I think, like $32 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
So I couldn't not do it.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah, so I bought it last week, been playing that. And what's nice about it, too, is the newer games, not all games are like this, but the newer games, you guys know I got the ultra wide monitor.
Yes.
And so it actually supports the what is this one? 16 by, let's see. No,
16:9?
No, what's mine considered? It's not 16:9. It's bigger than that because it's, the resolution is.
Oh,
could it be like 16 by 8 or something? 16 by 7.5?
I don't remember what it is. The 9 is the same. It's the 16 that's bigger. I just can't remember what the number is, but because my resolution is 2560 by 1080.
So it'd be 24:9 then, isn't it?
Yes, 24:9. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Or 21 or something like that. Yeah, something like that. So, and so it supports that. So all my heads up display stuff is still like if I had a regular monitor, but then I just have that extra space on the sides that it really feels immersive, and you can,
that you can play Hearthstone in.
Yeah. That would probably look amazing.
Play Hearthstone and Gwent at the same time.
Nice. I still don't understand Gwent. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of like, okay, what am I doing here?
Yeah, of course.
But I'm glad you like it, man. That's awesome. Are you using the DualShock 4?
Yeah, I'm using the DualShock 4. Yeah.
Sweet.
Because that's the only one I have an extra controller of. I don't have an extra Xbox controller. And so it's a little interesting because you have to plug up your DualShock 4 and then you have to like download something called Input Mapper, and it helps your computer see your DualShock 4 as an Xbox 360 controller.
I got an extra Xbox One controller if you want it.
Nice. That's the default controller. And so, it'll be like, press A. And so in your brain, real quick, you have to be like, okay, that's X. Press B, circle. And then it gets tricky when it's like, press X. And you're like, oh, shoot. That's not X. That's square. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so, so that's been, that's fine and easy to get used to. But I've been playing that, and I think I like it. This is what I end up doing to myself. And I don't know why I do this, but I'll end up, doing so much side stuff that the game will start feeling like just running errands.
Gotcha.
And so
dropping the kids off.
Yeah. And so at some point I'm just doing that so much that I'm like, do I like this game or do I not like this game? So
because it's some errands and then run some errands.
Right. And then but since it's an RPG, you want to level up. And so you have to do the side stuff. So I don't know why I put the main mission so far on the back burner sometimes that I don't get to enjoy the game fully because I'm not doing the main mission stuff.
Well, what level are you right now?
Oh gosh, I think I'm only like 2 or 3 or something like that.
Do they make it super apparent to you which missions are story missions and which ones are not?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can track whichever one you want. So as soon as you if you see a side mission, you just hit track mission, and then the icon immediately changes.
Yeah,
so,
and under quests, it'll have your quest, and then there's a subfolder that says side quests.
Yep.
So
and then under that there's Witcher quests, and then under that there's treasure quests. I mean, there's a ton of them. I say stop doing some side missions for a little bit and do a little bit more main missions, because you actually level up a little bit quicker doing the main missions, because you'll get things during the main missions too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I'm with you though, because I forgot about, there was like a couple more things I had to do in this main mission and I got sidetracked. And so I was doing more side missions. I'm like, man, you kind of feel like it's getting away from me and I need to come back to it. So yeah, that's the thing. Like there's a lot to do.
There is a bunch to do.
A lot.
My
and the interface is good. Man, it's really tiny. Like some of the at least on my screen, I'm sure your screen's
fixing that actually in a patch coming out.
They are
today or tomorrow. They said that the hard to read text.
Yeah, it is really hard to read. So
yeah,
that was the one thing that I had issues with too. But Hall, I think you're going to love this game. I think this is your next Skyrim too. But yeah, continue playing. Continue to play whatever you want to play, because we don't want to bore our listeners with all three of us playing The Witcher 3 at the same time.
Is it on Mac yet?
I doubt it.
Good question.
I don't know,
I would
man.
Consider it.
I can give you Dragon Age if you want. You could do that. That way, we're all playing fantasy games.
No, I think I'm just going to buy The Witcher.
Yeah,
nice.
I'm kind of.
Yeah, you should.
I'm kind of trying to figure out what I'd like to do, because I know next week we're going to be on vacation.
Nice.
So starting on Wednesday. Wednesday night. But I think. I don't know if I'm going to have time this weekend, but maybe I'll just wait until I get back and then buy it.
There you go.
There'll probably be a deal on it by then.
Yeah, honestly. It'll probably come down a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we got Batman coming up the end of this month.
Holler! Pre-ordered it already.
Nice.
Oh yeah. And then other than that, I got to be on another podcast last week, which came out this Monday. It was called the Super Best Friends Video Game Sleepover.
Awesome.
And it was a really good time.
Good.
It was.
Did you have a pillow fight?
Yeah, exactly. So that was with my boy David and Adam, and then they had 2 guests. I was one, and then a girl named Ashley, and it was fun times were had by all. It was their 18th episode, so you guys go check that out. It was a really good time. It was fun.
Good, man. So, that's awesome.
And what else is going on?
Did you play Truth or Dare too?
Exactly. We play Spin the Bottle with 3 guys and 1 girl.
Nice.
You're like, please.
I got to kiss Gabe again. Dang
it. It just always goes to Gabe.
Yeah, exactly.
Gabe gets himself.
I was like, phew. Well, 7 minutes in heaven. And so, and then, Remy's still going and healthy and
I hope
alive.
So.
Yep. They haven't pulled a Sims on me yet where they come pick up my baby.
That's awesome.
And so, I think we're all good.
He's looking more and more like you every day, buddy.
I know. I think we're going to keep him. I think.
No, good. Yeah. I think so. He still got that Asian blood in him.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I love it.
You're still on the free trial, so you're good.
Yeah, you got the free the free trial still happening. You may have to extend that.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's it for me, man. So, nothing too exciting.
Well,
going
that's
on.
it for our podcast.
Yeah,
we just took almost the entire time talking about us.
Right.
Enough about us. Let's talk about us.
Router, you're on a mini vacay, but do you still got it?
I still got it, brother. I got you.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's do it.
I got you because there's really not a ton going on because it's that post E3 or that pre E3
time.
So nothing is really happening. There's really 2 releases to even mention. One is the Swapper on Xbox One, which is a 2D puzzle platformer. And then if you want to go in and just go on a killing spree, you can get Hatred for PC, which is an uber violent twin stick shooter.
Did they end up being adults only?
No, I don't know. I saw some gameplay of it actually on YouTube. And it's just you're going around and just head shooting and smashing, just killing people.
I heard it's kind terrible.
It is terrible. It's just a pointless game.
Oh my god!
It's like, hey, you know when everybody was saying the video games are really violent? Yeah, this doesn't help our case right now. This really doesn't help our case.
Seriously.
So yeah, I mean, I think GameSpot gave it like a 3.
Oh,
they were like,
gracious.
Yeah, it's terrible. So it's not even. No, but if you want to try it, go right ahead, I guess.
And I think Heroes of the Storm. I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago in a talking about some who we talking about playing. I think it was a competition or something like that. Came out for PC finally. It was in beta for a long time.
That's right.
And
yeah,
did Splatoon come out? When did Splatoon come out?
Yeah, I was looking at that. Because we had a couple of community members like, you guys have to play Splatoon. And I think I saw it in Target
or something like that.
And I don't know how I missed that.
Well, probably because it came out like on Friday, I think. Doesn't Nintendo release on Friday?
Yeah, you're right. Nintendo does release on Friday.
And so sometimes,
this gets passed.
Yeah, you just don't see them.
I hear that. So, and then, we don't have charts again, but I did check VG charts and they did update it to the week of April 5th. So they're moving up in the world.
Nice.
They're moving on up. I'm not even going to bother.
Yep, let's not bother.
Not even bother because I can tell you that MLB the show, I think, or MLB 15 was the number 1 game that month. Or
back in April.
Back in April.
93.
2 months.
Yeah,
exactly.
Gracious.
So there you have it.
Hall.
Oh, the news is starting to come out.
It is starting to come out, Bishop. What do you want to talk about first? What do you want to talk about first?
Well, I kind of wonder why they're doing too much of this because I was like, save some for the show, darn it.
I know, seriously.
But actually, we're kind of unlucky in this case because they're about to announce some Fallout stuff. There's like 2 hours left.
I know the countdown. The countdown is going on their website.
Yeah, they started teasing it yesterday. They put up a 24-hour counter on the website.
Who's they? Tell them who they is. Yeah.
Bethesda.com. And yeah, we'll see what happens.
Oh, man.
Excited to hear about it. I mean, it's got to be Fallout 4, right?
Yeah, it can't be anything else.
I think they said it's Fallout 4, didn't they? In the word out that Fallout 4 is getting a trailer.
Yeah, the teaser is just there's a new Fallout game, and they'll talk about it as soon as the thing's over.
My God,
they haven't said Fallout 4. I mean, it could. Who knows? It could be some, Fallout : I don't know.
The Fallout.
Exactly.
The Fallout.
They're like, we're rebooting.
Yeah.
Well, Hall is having a good week because in 2 hours he gets to see Fallout. I'm going to be sleeping in 2 hours, so I'll see it when I wake back up. And then, obviously, we have the XCom news.
Yes.
XCOM is getting a sequel to the reboot.
Wow.
And weirdly enough, it says it's coming to PC first. They didn't say how long it's going to be on PC, but it did say it's going to be at least starting off as a PC exclusive.
See, I've seen mixed messaging.
Oh, you have?
I've seen PC first, and I've seen just PC exclusive, period.
Well, that's what I've seen too, but I can't imagine with how good the first one, the reboot did, that they wouldn't bring it to consoles. Or, I mean, to bring the first one to the iPad, to the consoles, to PC, like, it wouldn't make any sense to just do it on PC, right?
Well, I want to know.
It's on phones, for goodness sakes.
Well, after I started looking it up, like, people were like, no, actually the console version didn't sell that well. And I was like, hang on a second, I got to find a source for this. So I haven't really, I haven't really found out whether or not it flopped on console. But I can't imagine it did. I mean, it was so critically acclaimed. There's no way.
I mean, I got it for free on PS Plus.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But PS games come to PS Plus for one of two reasons. Either there's a sequel coming.
Yeah, they're going to market that. Yep.
Or it just did not do well in the numbers, and they want to get something out of it.
Still doesn't explain why you got Infinite in, what was that, January of last year?
I think that they felt like the sales had slowed and they wanted to sell some DLC.
Ooh, good call.
Yeah. I'm not sure, with this case, like, I think if it does come out and it is a PC exclusive, I can't imagine a team, like a development team, wouldn't approach them and say, let us port this to console.
Yeah. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah. So, but the thing that would get me to purchase it, I mean, they say PC exclusive, but sometimes that means like, hey, there's a Mac version coming a month later. So that would be great. But
right. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I played the original first on console and really enjoyed it. So I'd like to see it come to console too.
It was easy on console, that's for sure.
I think it definitely needs to come to console. They made
it super easy.
Yeah. Hopefully it does. I can't see it not coming to console. I really can't. They doesn't seem like it would make much sense.
Well, they kind of have a grand vision for it, and in order to control that vision, they have to kind of bring it out on PC so they can release stuff when they want.
Right. Huh.
Bring me the less visionary version of this to console, please.
Well, our consoles are strong enough to handle anything they were wanting to do.
Yeah.
If it can handle freaking Witcher 3, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the PS4 and Xbox One are powerful machines. And people
don't come to XCOM for graphic fidelity.
Exactly. And it's not like it can't be that hefty of a game, We're playing it on iPads.
Right.
Yeah. iPhones. Androids.
Gosh, it plays so good on the iPhone too.
Only after the update. Is that what you were saying at first?
Yeah, I can't. No, well, I think that was the iPad Mini I was having trouble with.
Yeah.
But that's a lot slower than the iPhone.
Let's cover some free games this month. It is the beginning of the month, and with every beginning of the month, we bring you games with gold and PS Plus, starting with games that go with gold so we can ramp. Xbox One peeps will be getting Massive Chalice, which actually also released this week. So get it for free on launch week. And for the third month in a row, Pool Nation FX.
Man, they can't get rid of it, can they?
Nation FX.
All right.
Either it's a great game that we're all missing out on, or it's what we think it is.
It's probably exactly what we think it is.
Billiard game. On Xbox 360, Xbox 360.
On the 360s, we
exactly. Starting on Monday, June 1st.
Let's talk more about this stuff, shall we?
Just Cause 2. Yeah, so from June 1st till the 15th, Just Cause 2 on Xbox 360 or just
and 3
or just
3 is coming soon, right?
Yep, Just Cause. Yep. And then
just cause.
I feel like this was a repeat too, but I couldn't remember. From the 15th to the end of the month, Thief on 360.
That's cool.
I downloaded that for PC and never really ended up playing, or the demo, and I never really ended up playing it. Now, June's PlayStation Plus, starting off with a banger. PS4 people will be getting Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes.
Ooh.
Holler if you heard me. I got it downloaded.
Should I play that?
Yes.
Okay. Having never played any Metal Gear,
just play it.
There has to be a YouTube video that's like getting you ready for Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also on PS4, Skulls of the Shogun Bonafide Edition. PS Vita and PS4 Super Exploding Zoo.
Sweet.
PS Vita and PS4 Futuridium EP Deluxe. Looks pretty cool. I love these little indie games. On PS3, Call of Juarez Gunslinger, which I heard is better than the rap that it got. And then also on PS3, Cloudberry Kingdom. Yeah. So that's a bunch of games. And again, PS Plus makes Xbox Live look like a cheap knockoff.
Yeah, it really does, man. You got to hand it to Sony. They're definitely putting it down when it comes to PlayStation Plus membership.
However they do it, it's working. Because I mean, Ground Zeroes. I mean, I don't want to say it's a AAA game because I think it's not a complete game, right?
It's close though, isn't it?
It came out at didn't it come out at like $29.99 or something?
Something, yeah, it's a discount.
Yeah,
it wasn't a full game, but it wasn't like just a DLC either, right? It's kind of in the middle. Right.
Yeah, it was basically just a test of that engine
to get us ready for Phantom Pain.
Yeah,
Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, which will be exciting. Also in the news this week, we had kind of a rumor and a rumor shot down. So the rumor kind of rolled out that the new Nintendo console, NX, was going to be based on Android OS, the Android platform. And then Nintendo was like, no, it's not. And they said there is no truth to the report saying that we are planning to adopt Android for NX. That statement came from a spokesman.
Maybe they won't adopt it. Maybe they'll modify it and call it Andrendo or something.
Andrendo, I like Andrendo.
Well, that'll be an easy picture to make for the title. That's got to be the title, Andrendo.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. I have to do it this week because router's gone.
Good luck with that, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
If you think about it, it's like Ouya and Amazon. What was that? Amazon Fire, where they kind of made their own version of Android.
Mm-hmm.
Like they took the shell and kind of went their own way with it.
Yeah. That's funny. So I was happy to see them say that they're not adopting Android because that made me really worried when I saw that story. I was like, because remember when we first talked about NX, the first thing we said was, we don't want it to be a phone. Please, God, don't be a phone. And so when the report came out, and it came from a Japanese news site, actually, saying that it was going to be Android, everybody was like, see, it's going to be a phone. Haha, it's going to be a phone. And I was like, oh, no. So hopefully this means it's still not a phone. Please, Nintendo, don't be a phone.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely shouldn't be a phone, but I don't know that I see anything wrong with having Android as the operating system for a new console, because that could bring a lot of third-party developers into the fray, and they really
need it.
Yeah, but if it hasn't worked for the Ouya, which is supposed to be Android-based, how is it going to work for Nintendo?
Well, because it's Nintendo.
Well, true. Yeah.
I mean, is Unreal Engine on Android yet?
I have no idea.
Is it? I have no idea. I don't game on my phone.
I mean, I guess Android always does like or not Android, Nintendo always does custom engines for their games, right?
Well, and Gabe,
so I guess it wouldn't matter.
You just brought up another problem that Nintendo's going to have is not a whole lot of people do game on their Androids, do they?
I think people do. I just don't think that. I mean, the choices. I mean, it's slim pickings when you compare it to iOS. You know what I mean? And I know some fanboys will be like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about," but they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because you've always been an Android user, right?
Yep.
So I still think that's still going to be a hurdle that they're going to have to come over. It's like, hey, Android doesn't have as much as iOS does, so not a whole lot of people are on their Android phones playing games. How are we going to finally convince them to do that? But again, it is Nintendo, so I understand that.
Exactly.
Yeah, the only reason I kind of saw some hope in this was because like you have the smaller developers who can only develop a game for Android. Mm-hmm. And this would be like their moment to try to get on a large console.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I guess Android has many more users than the Wii U does, so never mind. Maybe they're fine already.
Interesting. Give us something else, Hall.
Ubisoft has outlined their E3 conference.
Oh, yeah.
They said they're going to be showing off Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Rainbow Six Siege, and The Division.
Yeah.
Oh, The Division
sounds a lot like
like
last year's conference.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, ugh. And they said there's going to be a few big surprises. I wonder if one of those surprises is The Division is actually coming out.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Is that the surprise?
No, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it's Watch Dogs.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
That could be it.
Yeah,
they set it up beautifully for it, and it's been a year and a half. Well, they're probably not done with it. But, they could be. Who knows?
Well, and E3 is one of those places they could announce something that's coming out next year, and you're still fine with that.
True. Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Just some small preliminary footage.
Right.
Of some kind.
I'm a fan of... Oh, sorry. Was that all you had to say about that, Hall?
I guess that's all we had to say about that. I think it's funny that some of these companies are announcing like these are the games we're going to talk about.
Yeah, why do that?
Why? Yeah, exactly. Why?
Yeah, that ruins the surprise.
I mean, part of it is good, I guess, because then people will say, okay, well, I'll tune in so I can see footage of this game.
Right.
But why not just leave it open-ended?
I agree with that.
Is it going to be a week from Monday or 2 weeks from Monday, the E3?
It's a week from Monday.
A week. Oh, man, I'm taking Monday off.
Isn't the Bethesda press event, isn't that on Sunday night?
Somebody is, and I think the Nintendo thing is Sunday, at least the championship thing. Because I wish I was going to be there. I'm going to be there the day before, man. It freaking sucks. I'm going to be in LA on the 13th, and then on the 14th, that Sunday, I'm going to be in the Bay Area in Concord, California.
All right, we'll get a little soundbite from Fred Savage for us.
Yeah, I'll look into that.
Nice.
You know what? Speaking of, guess who hosted the K-Love Awards this last weekend, which
Fred
we were a part of? No, but similar. Kirk Cameron.
Oh, yeah, okay. There you go.
Yeah,
I was like, that Joker. Hey, not for nothing. That Joker looks good. Like when I saw him, I was like, you don't know if it's like good genes or good docs, but you're like, dang it. You're either living the easy life or you don't have any stress or what. But that Joker looked good for his age, man. I mean, he's not that old. He's only 45, but still, he looked great. He put a wig on and they did this whole growing pains segment. And with the wig on, he really looked young.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. He's not a wrinkly guy, but it was just weird seeing him like running around. I was like, man, that's freaking Kirk Cameron. Like, even though I kind of missed growing pains wasn't in my life. But to hear everybody backstage, they're like, dude, no, you have to understand, Kirk Cameron in the 80s was it.
He was the man.
Yeah, he was the dude. And I was like, really? And they were like, yes. And I was like, huh. Because I don't know anything about Kirk Cameron, but
Lauren still gets giddy. She had a poster of him in her.
Oh, bedroom. I wish I would have known. I would have had him do a shout out on video. That'd have been incredible.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Yeah, hindsight.
He doesn't live in Tennessee, right?
No, I don't think he lives here. Anyway, sorry for that sidetrack.
He will now.
Yeah, he needs to. to coincide with the Olympic Games next year, Mario and Sonic are going to Rio. And I love these games. I don't have anybody to play them against at my house, but I think they're such fun party games. The Mario and Sonic Olympic Games, video games are so much fun. So I can't wait for that to drop next year. That was announced this last week, will be coming out.
I played the first one and it was pretty good.
Wasn't it fun?
Yes.
I loved it. And it's just fun to see Mario and Sonic like go head to head at stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like just the kid in me is like, oh man, look at these guys.
Exactly. Look at these jokers.
You know what I mean? It feels like two guys that shouldn't be in the same video game. Like if you would have asked me in the 90s if I wanted Sonic and Mario in the same game, I've been like, yeah. And then if you ask me at 33, the answer is still, yeah.
Oh gosh. I remember like days on the playground before the internet, people were like, dude, you know there's like a Sonic game where he's in the Mario levels? And they're like, no, there's not.
Rumor mill, baby. The rumors used to be able to go like wildfire before the internet.
I know it.
That's so funny. Give us something else, Hall.
Steam is now offering refunds.
Yeah, I saw that. How long? 14 days?
14 days, and if you've played the game for less than 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So you can't
kind of makes sense.
You can't play for every day for 14 days and then return it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you could, I guess, if you played like 5 minutes at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
But this makes sense. I think before, like if you bought a game and like it didn't play very well on your system, they'd kind of give you a refund, but they'd only do it 1 or 2 times or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I know iTunes is pretty good with refunds. I've had to get a couple of refunds from iTunes, and they're very quick and expedient with it.
Oh, yeah. It was very easy to get a refund. I bought an app that was like crashing constantly, and they were like, yeah, here you go. Here's a refund.
Yeah.
I think what's good about Steam is they're kind of setting the tone and the precedent for what digital only could be in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the framework is kind of being set in place, and I think Steam's going to lead the charge with that. And that's coming from a guy. That's coming from a guy that I like going in and buying an actual disc still. But you know, if this shift is going to happen sooner than later, I think a lot of people are going to look to Steam as kind of the framework for everything.
Mm-hmm. It's really interesting.
It makes sense.
It is, and you can't go to like, Target and buy a new game and then return it.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless it's unopened and, you already had it.
Unless it's unopened, yeah.
There has to be extreme circumstances.
That's so interesting. GameStop used to have this thing where if you bought a used game, you could exchange it. I think it was in 7 days.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
I can't remember.
Yeah. GameStop used to take back games even opened.
Because they sell them to you opened.
Yeah, exactly. One of my buddies, he got in a habit of beating games in a week, and then he would just be able to have that same $60 last for, 2 months until he ran into a game that he couldn't beat in a week's time.
He ain't gonna beat The Witcher, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. This is a long time ago. He was running a racket. I was like, shoot, man, you're killing it all that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, man. Windows 10 is coming out end of July. Finally got a release date. The 29th of July, Windows 10 will drop. And then obviously they told us a couple weeks ago, Microsoft told us that we should expect streaming from our Xbox Ones later this year. I think into the winter. So I'm not a big early adopter when it comes to Windows.
Agree.
Considering one of my computers is still running Vista.
Nice.
And
that's not the best one to be running.
No.
What's the best one to be running?
XP.
Yeah, XP.
I know, but like barely anything works for XP anymore.
Well, I think they stopped doing security support for XP finally. Like they kept saying, we're going to stop. And people were like, no.
Yeah.
Finally, they were like, all right, Windows 7 is good. Just get on that.
Yep.
So I think Windows 7 really is like the place that everybody defaults to.
Yeah, it's the new Windows XP.
Yeah.
I'm with you though, man.
Especially because XP just looks like an eyesore at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I think they're bringing back the start menu. in Windows 10 because people haven't been able to know how to work Windows 8 since it came out. And
that's crazy.
We don't know what happened to Windows 9. We just don't talk about that. That's like that's like your brother that's not really from your mom, but you didn't know that he's not from your mom. It's
7, 8, 9.
They're like, 7, 8, 9. Billy, who's Billy's mom?
Right.
Listen, your mom's raised Billy since he was a baby. Your mom's Billy's mom.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. My rule of thumb is, especially with operating systems, is I usually wait 6 to 8 months for them to get all the bugs and all the updates worked out before even trying. I never am a day one person with operating systems.
Yeah, unless you're a dual boot guy and want to go over there and try it and keep all your stuff. But I don't feel like getting into all that. That's too much trouble.
I think about that stuff because I really like Linux and I like kind of all the adaptability you can do with it. But it's like, man, I don't have time for that stuff. I wish I did.
And you really have to be more dedicated.
Oh, yeah. And you got to dig into code sometimes and fix stuff on your own.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Nope.
2 more things. You have anything, Hall?
The Gamefly is doing their streaming thing now.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So speak of the devil, we were kind of talking about this last week. Like, what if Gamefly were to do something like this? And they have some bundles, and they range from like $7 to $10 a month.
Break it down. Let's hear it.
I don't think they've broken down like the actual bundles yet, but they said there's going to be like a Lego bundle, an adventure game bundle, and like a gamer bundle, like a
And what are you streaming on?
What's that?
What are you streaming on?
It's streaming from their PC to your Amazon Fire TV is the only thing they have right now.
Interesting.
Oh, so you'll be playing PC games.
Yeah, PC games from their server to your Fire TV.
Interesting.
And I kind of wish I had a. So they mentioned that it works with the $100 Fire TV, but I wonder if it works with the stick as well. I don't think it does though, because I was going to say that for Prime members, the stick every now and then they like put it on sale for like $20. So it'd be nice to be able to get that and try this out.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of games. I guess it would be nice too to play with a controller.
Yeah, and it would be kind of cool if it is comparable to PlayStation Now at this point, because playing PlayStation Now games for me right now, like I said, the resolution is like almost perfect. Like there are very brief moments where you can tell you're streaming a game, but other than that, it looks like you're playing a PS3 game.
Right.
So it would be interesting to see, if they're running this stuff on really high end servers, like a really a PC game set to ultra, everything set to ultra.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be streaming onto your console.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Man, that would be excellent.
I love that.
Oh, we got to fix this infrastructure.
Yeah, come on, y'all.
Make it happen.
Get to it.
I guess the main thing they would need to do too is have like a server in every state to get that latency down, right?
Oh gosh. I mean, well, I guess it would have to be per state. I would think they wouldn't have to do that, but when you're testing your internet speeds, you always want to go from a server in state, because it's the fastest, but
yeah, for sure.
They got to figure something out.
I mean, they've got the pricing right. They said
$7. Shoot, that's Netflix.
And the gamer pack is like $10 a month, and it has 16 games. So as long as they're good games, I mean, $10 a month ain't bad.
And as long as it continues to grow.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this stuff's going to get better. So,
amen. Mega Man is getting a show. I think, again, didn't Mega Man have a show at one point?
Yes, he had one show and one really crappy side role in the Captain N show.
Yeah. And so it looks like he's getting a show again, not this year, not next year, but the year after that.
The anticipation.
Yeah, exactly. Mega Man turns 30 in 2017, and a new animated series will be coming from Dentsu Entertainment USA and Man of Action Entertainment, teaming up from a 26 episode series.
Oof.
26 episodes. So that's something to look forward to. It's kind of like the teaser that we got for Spider-Man when it was felt like the first time we ever saw a Spider-Man trailer. They were like, hey, this is coming out in 3.5 years. We're like, can't wait for that.
Yep.
Spider-Man's not even barely in that first trailer when the helicopter gets hung up between the Twin Towers.
Oh, that's right. The teaser.
Yeah. That
was a good one.
Yeah. So there's something to look forward to. And then I saw this and I just thought it was hilarious. A couple got married at a GameStop.
I've already stopped listening.
I know, seriously.
Oh God, now what?
I don't know why this thing is funny to me. But in Pennsylvania, this couple, Robert Piazza and Krista Slayton, got married in full like Legends of Zelda gear at the GameStop where they met.
All right.
And I would have loved a bit of fly on the wall for this thing because they had their friends and family dress up in Zelda theme as well.
That's
So
awesome.
All I could picture is like the guy, Robert's brother, like being a jock and having to be like dressed up in green and a pointy hat. He's like, this is the stupidest thing ever if it wasn't for my brother getting married. I'd never be dressed up like this. But the couple met a year before this at a Mario Kart 8 tournament held at the same GameStop.
Oh, cool.
So they met there. He proposed at the same GameStop. And then they got married at that GameStop. And instead of having a first dance, they played a one-on-one match of Super Smash Brothers.
That's awesome. That's kind of cool.
Exactly. So it's funny. Our wives would never go for something like that. I don't think at the end of the day I would ever go for something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for something.
But it's really fun that somebody else gets to do that. And
they're going to birth their first child at the GameStop too, I'm sure.
Exactly. Child's name is going to be Hyrule. So,
we're not going to do a home birth. We're going to do a GameStop birth.
GameStop birth. Robert's in there inflating a tub. They're like, we're doing a water birth right in the middle of GameStop. They're like, sir, we're open. Okay, well, this baby's coming.
Well, do you want to return this or not? Did you want to get The Witcher 3 along with your baby
You're giving me stuff unwrapped.
We're handing out bundles today, folks. But
nice. We're playing Surgeon Simulator on the machine.
Surgeon Simulator.
That game is awful.
Yeah, it looks pretty gross.
Terrible. Haul, you all out?
Yeah.
Me too. Every week we ask you guys a question. This week was no difference. We asked you guys, what are you guys looking forward to at E3? Any rumors you've heard? Let us know. Starting on the forums, Donnie Reese said, I want to know what the Nintendo game or games are that we don't already know about that will drop this fall. Wii U year 1 brought Donkey Kong. Year 2, we saw Captain Toad and Splatoon. And this year they'll show something that we also have zero clue about. Very excited. Friggin' Nutcase said, this is funny, Mario Kart Zombies, just because.
Sure.
Mario Kart Zombies. My boy Jonas Applegate over the forum, he said, I'd love to see something new along the lines of a Watch Dogs. I love the premise of playing as a modern hacker using the surroundings, but I'm not sure Watch Dogs 2 would be the way to go. Although the jump in quality from AC1 to AC2 does show that a game with a good premise can be made into an amazing series. So maybe I'm wrong and Watch Dogs 2 could really be cool. So I like he went down one trail and then talked himself out of it, came all the way back. Over on Twitter, Chalfie, our boy Chalfie at that Chalfie. He said, I want to hear that you guys are coming out west and we're going to hang.
Oh, man.
Also, Xbox One Slim. John T. I'm coming out there, Chalfie. So be looking for a tweet, brother. I'll be there at least a couple days. So I'll holler at your boy. Last time I was that's the only thing that sucks about Twitter. Last time I was in LA, I just sent a tweet out real quick like, hey, I'm in LA. If anybody's out here and wants to hang out, let a brother know. But I don't think anybody saw it.
Oh, there you go.
Did you go to Pinkberry?
I'm just telling myself. No, I didn't go to Pinkberry. I did go to In-N-Out, though.
Oh, nice. There you go.
John T. Olivia at Jojo Livia. He says hashtag E3 2015, hashtag Wii U Dream, hashtag F0U, hashtag Super Mario Brothers U, hashtag Fatal Frame Legacy Collection, hashtag Samus, how you say that? Samus Aran, and Expedition Ice Climber. So a lot of Nintendo love going on over there.
Yeah,
some old John T. Olivia. Nick Cooper at Nick Cooper, hoping to hear about Nintendo's mobile strategy or in X. Heard rumors that Silent Hills is going to be exclusive to Xbox One. That was a big rumor this week that Microsoft was bidding on Silent Hills to purchase because the game was 80% done, and they would just take it across the finish line and make it an Xbox One exclusive. I haven't heard anything yet about that past that, but that's what I heard. Hey,
their press conference is usually in the morning, right? Isn't it the first one?
Yeah, I always miss that one. It must be in the morning.
I think it's like the first one at like 9 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, that's why I miss it. Facebook, heading over to Facebook actually for some answers. Daniel Allen said, want to hear Rise of the Tomb Raider PS4 release date. I know that's right.
That's for sure.
Nathan David Dugas. I'm hoping for a Final Fantasy 12 HD remaster announcement, preferably with a Vita version as part of it, since it's a perfect game to play on the go.
I'd like to hear that too, because I don't want to go back and get a PS2 to play that game.
Were you thinking about doing that?
I mean, my brother really liked it, and he was like, yeah, this is a great Final Fantasy game, especially if you didn't like 13 very much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you have it. I didn't love 13. I beat it, but didn't love it.
I played the first, I think, 6 hours of it, and I was like, it just wasn't doing it for me.
Not for you. Well, thank you guys so much for answering our question. You guys know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast, YouTube.com/married to the games. We're still doing previews, still doing Shenmue Saturdays. Shenmue Saturdays is probably going to be over soon, which is a little crazy. Like I mentioned, I'm probably into the third disc a little ways, and the discs went a lot faster back in the day. So hopefully we're ramping this thing up and it's going to be completed here in a little bit, which would be nice.
You can start doing Witcher Wednesdays?
No, I would want to watch that. That'd be forever. It'd be like, it'll be 7 years from now. I'd be like, well, We're still doing Witcher Wednesdays. And this is ridiculous.
3004.
Exactly. Where else can you find us? marriedtothegames.com. Come check out the forum. We have something new that we're adding to the store this week, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Very excited about it. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just teasing it right now. These guys don't even know what it is. I just got an email confirmation yesterday.
Ooh, is it Spend a Day with Hall?
Yeah, it's Spend a Day with Hall coupons.
It's a free hug coupon.
Yeah, from Timothy Hall. Because see, me and Route are already huggers, so that's not special.
Yeah,
but it'd be special to get a hug from Timothy Hall.
That's right. That's awesome.
And Hall, speaking of you, go ahead.
Rate us on iTunes so we can get our own E3 press conference.
Yeah,
nice.
Bring it to Nashville.
Where we just get on stage and we're like, yeah, so we did it.
We're here.
Guys, our numbers are up from last year. Have them applaud. Yep. That'd be great. Let me warm this thing up. Let's get into some questions.
Starting off with Facebook, Forrest W. Wargam. Maybe this has been asked. Are you guys excited for Disney Infinity 3.0, the Star Wars edition? I didn't get the first or second, but after listening to a podcast today discuss it, I was thinking about getting it when it comes out this fall. Well, no. I've never played them.
I was going to say if I had a 4 to 6 year old, yes.
Right. Yeah.
I would be very excited about that.
It's hard for me to get into the action. I know they're not action figures, but to get into the what do you call them? Just the doodads that have to go along with those games.
Yeah. I don't know what you call them. I haven't checked them out yet because I think it would be fun to have a kid so you can be like, oh, switch the figure.
Exactly. That's not fun by myself.
My nephew showed it to me. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. But I would never do that myself because then that just looks creepy. And
you should just have him over. Switch the character now.
Yeah, exactly. Because we were playing Skylander Swap Force or something like that. And,
cool.
And it really is cool what you can do. It's just I think it probably is a very good mid-level, like to entry level for video games for kids. I think it would be really good.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I thought that thing would die off. I'm surprised at how
it's still alive and kicking. Yeah. And now you're throwing in the Star Wars edition, so you're going to get like these 7, 8, 9-year-olds probably really excited about this, and that's cool. You know, that's good. That breeds a new generation of video gamers. So I'll take it.
Yep.
But to answer your questions, we're not necessarily excited for it, but I think it's a smart move that they're bringing out the Star Wars edition right before Star Wars comes out. So
absolutely,
very, very smart on Disney's part. Brett T. Bowden, I played The Last of Us a few years ago, and just this week started playing the remastered version. I'd forgotten how truly amazing that game is, and it's even better on my PS4. I don't even care about The Witcher 3 anymore because I can't get enough of The Last of Us. I'm also going back and listening to all the MTTG podcasts I missed from the beginning.
Oh, snap.
And I'm currently on episode 12. I'm enjoying listening to you talk about how excited you all are for The Last of Us to come out. God, It feels like so long ago, doesn't it?
That's crazy.
It's fun to hear Gabe be giddy over a game that he hopes he is going to be awesome, knowing what I know now. And that game not only met his expectations, but defied them.
Yes,
so my question is, what upcoming game is going to defy our expectations?
Ooh, great question and really well worded.
That was very well worded, very thought out, and I'm loving the fact that you played The Last of Us. I got another The Last of Us believer this past week. One of the guys that I office with, he's a very, very casual gamer. He does have a PS3, and I said, "Have you played The Last of Us yet?" And he said no. And the next day I brought it to him, and he finished it in a weekend. He said that was amazing.
He finished it in a weekend.
Awesome.
Yep, in a weekend. He was like,
"That's a lot of emotional trauma."
Yeah, he knocked it out.
Is.
He really knocked it out of the park. He's like, that game was incredible. And I was like, yes, another converted
You know what's crazy? I was one of my buddies was telling me a mutual friend of ours on Facebook, a girl named Andrea. I didn't know she was a gamer at all, but she had a picture of the Last of Us bundle, the PS4 game, and she was like, "Got this for my daughter. Can't wait for her to open it. Not going to let her play the game, but I can't wait to play it." I was like, what? I didn't even know you played video games at all.
Nice.
Yeah. So I need to holler at her on Facebook about that and be like, so what it do with, I mean, what you doing? How's that working?
Yeah.
So love it. That game is so good. All right. What's going to defy our edge? I
have to say, I'm very underwhelmed right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going in with I'm going into E3 with extreme low expectations because I'd like to be pleasantly surprised, but there's not, like, especially now that I think Uncharted 4 would have been that for this year, but now that it's been pushed back, I'm not excited yet for it.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to get maybe some gameplay, a little bit more gameplay than we did before at E3, but it has to be something like what The Last of Us gameplay was like in order to excite me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not there. I'm not at this. Like, I love E3. I love, like, I'm taking most of Monday off to watch the press conferences and I'm going to be glued to my computer. It's going to be awesome. I love that feeling of it. But as far as the actual content, I'm not excited yet.
I'm looking at a list of games coming out this year, or supposed to be coming out this year. And because I always have to do this to remember even what's coming out. Persona 5, I'm just kidding. But Quantum Break looks incredible. It looks really exciting. Right. And I don't know that these will shatter our expectations or not, but I remember seeing Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I remember seeing that trailer last E3 and thinking, holy crap, that could be really cool. Oh gosh, what else?
Did Dead Island 2 already come out? Did I miss that?
No, they had that Dead Island Riptide, but they
did Riptide, and it did terrible.
I'm hoping that something amazing happens with Halo.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I'm hoping that one comes across and like just smacks us in the face and is like, "Oh yeah, you're Halo." You know what I mean?
That would be cool. Yep.
That's what I'm hoping shatters expectations, even though the expectations are high.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what they do, because some of the stuff that they did with multiplayer, I think they held back, like, the leveling progression and all that type of stuff, because they wanted to keep the original fans happy.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they'll kind of go through to new territory this time, or if they're going to keep playing it safe.
Yeah.
So
good question.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
We'll see. So, I don't know. I think my whole thing is, if you keep your expectations low, then you get pleasantly surprised.
I know.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good motto. Great question, Brett, though. Thanks for that. Scotty Clark, as a school teacher, I am 2 days away from summer break, which means I will have a bit more time to catch up on my backlog. My question for you is this: is summer a time where you relax a bit more in front of your console, or outside in the sun? I know I'm in the minority of people that have a bit more extra time than the rest, but I also have to assume the season presents itself with more free time for others than me. P.S. Don't be jealous for me. I'm teaching summer school starting next week.
Nice.
That sucks. No, that's not bad. Yeah, I like the summers. Like, it's a combination of both for me, just because of the way I game. I game in the morning, and then I'll go out and play with Piper, and we'll go to the pool and do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we do. It's a nice combination of both, and a lot of it just depends on your, when you game. So a lot of these guys game more at night, and I'm more early morning. So
I definitely tend to game more in the winter.
Yeah.
And I think it's because you're locked in. It's so cold. And and
you have holiday too. And a lot of titles come out around that time too.
And I'm not an extreme weather person. And so if it's really cold, I'm not going out. If it's really hot, I'm not going out.
I'm not going out either.
So, so summer does provide some of those days where it's just like nasty hot, to where, and Nashville too is so humid here that right as you hit the sun, you're wet. You're why does my shirt weigh 3 pounds more than it did when I put it on?
You walk out and your sunglasses fog up, and I just start sweating instantly. It's ridiculous.
Right.
It's so humid.
And so I would say I probably spend most of my time outdoors in the spring and fall.
Yeah.
And then, obviously you're out running around during summertime. We have summertime festivals, but when it's dumb hot, I'd like to stay in. There's no reason for me to go outside when it's like 104 degrees outside. I'm like, that's exactly. All right. Yeah.
I've had some good memories though of summer gaming. Like The Last of Us came out, and that's when I played in the summer. I remember playing LA Noire in the summer, which is a great game. So they're like, it's kind of cool. Like
summer.
Exactly. Yeah. So I've definitely have some really good memories of playing some good games in the summer. So hopefully that continues.
What about you, Hall?
I play more in the winter, but like the summer, like I'm doing more things outside.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that mentality of when I was growing up. Like I would play outside all day and then just play video games at night. So
I think I'll go for a walk outside now. The sun is just calling my name. I hear you. That what song is that?
Everybody's living
Sunshine Days. Who sang that? Is that like Partridge Family or something?
It might be.
Might have been Brady Bunch when they did their thing.
No. I'm not sure who sang that.
Somebody got to let us know. Sunshine Days.
That's good. That's awesome.
Good question.
All right, let's move on to Twitter. MLS Chop at MLS Chop. Given XCOM 2 and soon to be Fallout news, how excited is Hall?
Nice.
He's giddy as a schoolgirl right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, the kid in me loves it. The adult in me loves it.
Yeah, there's no differentiation. It's all there's love, love.
Hall, you need to film a reaction video as you watch the Fallout 4 trailer.
That would be amazing.
That would be so much fun. Please do that. I'll edit it together. Please do that.
That would be so great. Squeal! Lucas Ham Swisher at Mr. Ham 111. I am playing Diablo 3 on a second playthrough. Probably going to platinum it. What, if anything, could convince you to trophy hunt with us? P.S. God bless y'all. Keep doing what you're doing and being who you are. And to the community, rate them on iTunes because Hall said so.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, Hall, you've said Diablo 3. I think that's another one I will probably pick up at some point because if it's all loot, then it's all for me. I'm all about it.
I need to get back to playing that game.
Yeah,
it's going to be so congested for me until I go on vacation here soon. But
yeah,
gosh, I would love to just pick that up and like play 20 hours of it like in the next week.
Nice.
So
it's so much fun.
What would get you guys a trophy hunt? I'm trying to think. Like that's a good. I would have to trophy hunt for. I don't know if there's anything externally that could happen. It all comes down to pride. Like whenever I find a good game, games being good make me trophy hunt.
Yes, I agree.
I think he was talking about trophy hunting because he talked about getting the platinum. But like, I remember when we played Far Cry 4, me and Router both platinumed it.
Yep.
Hall, Router, you platinumed something else. You said last
Shadows
week.
of Mordor.
Shadows of Mordor. But
Yep.
Hall, you don't really platinum anything, right?
No, I'm of the mind that I like them when they pop up, but they don't like make me play a game more. Yeah, they don't drive me. So.
What helps though is if you're getting trophies and you're kind of halfway there already. Like for me, it's a matter of convenience. Like I don't want to go out of my way. Like what was great about Far Cry 4 is like I was doing a lot of the stuff that they kind of prepped you for the trophy anyway, like kill 10, bandits or whatever. Like I was doing that. So that's when I started looking at the trophy list and like, oh yeah, I could do this because I'm headed that way anyway, or I'm going to do that anyway.
Exactly.
So it is a matter of convenience.
Yeah. If I beat a game and see that I'm like 75% of the way there, then I'll usually start hunting for trophies.
Exactly. Yeah. I was 80% at Far Cry when I finished, and I'm like, well, I've got to finish this.
There's been some games that I've beat and then looked at the trophy, and I literally was like 23% through the trophies, and I was like, oh no, I'm not doing
like Last of Us, which is like I was like 30%. I'm like, yeah, there's no way and that platinum is tough anyway.
Yeah. Does it require a second playthrough? Do you remember?
On hard, I think. Yeah.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I think for us, just because we all don't have all the time in the world to do this. If it's convenient, I'll do it.
And I feel like too, for our community, we've all taken on different responsibilities, like with Hall getting the PlayStation TV. Like, I don't know if outside the podcast he would have gotten that, but we want to play multiple things for you guys so that you guys can have an opinion or hear how stuff works.
More information about it. Yeah.
I love that Hall's doing PS Now. I would have probably never bought a 3DS, but I probably would have never bought a Vita either if I didn't have the podcast. And so, we're trying to jump around and play a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
Love it.
I wanted a Vita on my TV, so Vita TV.
Vita TV. There it is.
They listen to you.
Not a big fan of playing games on smaller screens unless it's Hearthstone. That's the only game.
And XCom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. But even then, like XCOM, not as great on a small screen as Hearthstone.
Of course, yeah, sure.
Well, we're down to our last question already, so we're wrapping up a little bit early. This is weird. Philip Roberts at Home Skillet LV. Why is it that Tomb Raider's Xbox Time exclusive is getting so much hate, but Street Fighter V being a PS4 exclusive isn't?
I'm going to go out on the limb and say, okay, don't be mad.
Yep, I already knew you were going to say this, and let's all get mad at Gabe right now.
No. I was going to say, I think it's not getting hate because nobody cares about Street Fighter anymore.
Boom. That's exactly right.
I hate to say that because I love Street Fighter, but like these jokers have had like 30 games out. And so you're like, I mean, yeah, that's okay. That sucks. But there's 85 other Street Fighter games you could play. And this was a big game from, I guess, last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago, and it sold over 3 million copies. And it's, it was a reboot of a classic.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's too much, there's more hype about Tomb Raider than there ever will be for Street Fighter in the first place, I think. So I think that's the beef. It's like,
it's hard for Street Fighter to stay on top of the news game. You know what I'm saying? It's just another Street Fighter to most people, I think. To most people, it's just another Street Fighter. Like, none of us own a Street Fighter game, right?
Nope.
I mean, I have a lot of copies of Street Fighter 2 on various platforms.
Right. But I'm
love
saying
that game.
And me too. But you don't have any new one, right?
No. I pretty much ducked out after 2 because 3 was like it was already getting too technical, and I was like, nope. 2 is very simple. Anybody can pick up and become good at it.
Yeah. Hall, was that what you thought I was going to say? Was that nobody cared about Street Fighter?
Yeah, I mean, something like that. It's not that nobody cares. There's a huge community that play that game.
Of course.
Street Fighter 5 may even sell as well as Tomb Raider does on one platform.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't know that. But as far as, like, I don't know, like games that side outlets are going to cover, like Yahoo Games is going to cover Tomb Raider, but maybe won't cover Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
So
I think fighting games are harder to cover for fringe people too, because you're just playing by yourself. Like the story games are a lot easier for people to pick up and play. I would think.
They're more relatable, and plus that Tomb Raider game was awesome.
Oh man,
it was
unbelievable,
so good. And then having this being an Xbox Time exclusive, it just it throws you off a little bit. It doesn't matter to me because I have both consoles, but I think I still want to play it on the PS4 anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll probably still be playing Witcher at that point.
Exactly.
So who knows?
Who said that question? Who sent that question in?
That was Philip Roberts.
Philip, please don't stop listening to the show just because I said nobody cares about it.
Don't hate us.
I'm sorry. It's just my opinion.
No, he already shut it off.
Yeah, he's done.
Oh, no.
He's done.
I didn't even get to hear my apology. Job's done.
Love that.
Well, thank you guys so much for the questions. We love answering them. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's my favorite part of the show.
Yes.
Is talking back and forth with you guys. Love bringing the news too, but I love the interaction. So thank you guys so much for being here. Our question of the week to you, kind of flipping it on last week. Last week, we were looking forward to E3. This week, I'm asking you to think back to your favorite retro game. Hall made me think of it last week when he said his favorite retro game was Pac-Man, and or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember when that was. And so what's you guys' favorite retro game? I'm not exactly sure what we want to say retro is. Do we have a rule for when retro officially ends?
I think, honestly, I mean, a good moniker for it, I guess, is like older than 10 years, right? Older than 15, maybe?
Older than 10 years is 2005.
I know.
Good Lord.
That's retro?
If you think about it, a lot of the retro podcasts cover 10 years back.
That's
really?
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's considered retro?
That's what they consider retro.
Should we say just classic?
No, seriously.
Classic, I think I would feel like classic would be anything pre 16-bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just say retro. It gives people a bigger, because some people didn't play classic games. You know, give a wide range. All right. Favorite retro game. Use hashtag answer MTTG. We know Hall's answer is Pac-Man. Router, do you have an answer?
I played a mess out of Pac-Man, so I like Miss Pac-Man. But I also played Commando. That was one of the games that I always played at the arcade. And that was a fun game. And Dragon's Lair. I like all the
Dragon's Lair. Oh my gosh.
The Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, all the Don Bluth. Is that his name?
Yeah.
All that stuff was just so cool.
It sounds like he should have been on Arrested Development.
Don Bluth. Yep. Those games were so hard, though. It sucked. They were always 50 cents at the arcade, and it was always like I always got killed within the first 2 minutes.
I tell you what, man. I mean, gosh, Dragon's Lair 2, I sunk a lot of money into. I know people say it's an awful game, but I loved that game. Gosh, this is actually a tough question for me because I'm with Hall a little bit, except mine's Mrs. Pac-Man. Like, I loved Miss Pac-Man, like a bunch. But then I loved Q*bert. I loved Contra. I loved the track and field games from back in the day where you're just freaking button mashing like a beast.
Your fingers are red.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
It could kind of be considered retro, but I was really into pinball as a kid.
Nice.
Oh, interesting. I suck at pinball for some strange reason.
Yeah, I can't.
I've never been good at it.
Pinball at all.
I think I might have to go with like, as far as this game I sunk the most hours into as a kid, probably in the arcades. And retro doesn't mean arcade. We're just all saying arcade games. I think maybe Mortal Kombat 2.
Nice.
Oh gosh, that was so good.
I played, guess what? I went to the arcade this last weekend and, Time Crisis has Time Crisis 5 out now. And I beat it.
Nice.
In the arcade.
Which arcade?
Because why not? Dave and Buster's.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Because we were
I didn't know they have that there.
Yeah, man. We had at Opry Mills.
Oh, wow.
Because we were at the K-Love Awards, and the K-Love Awards were at the Opry, and we had to be there from from 11 to 9 o'clock at night. And so we had this huge gap in the middle of the day, and I was like, well, I'm not driving all the way back home. I'll go to Dave and Buster's.
Nice.
Went and played Mario Kart, the arcade version.
Nice.
Came in first place, of course. I tried to take a picture, but I couldn't do it fast enough. And played Time Crisis. Played a couple other games here and there. It was fun. Loved it.
That's great.
It was a good time.
Did you play Flappy Tickets or whatever it's called?
Yeah, Flappy Tickets.
The knockoff. Yeah. Oh, man. No, I always tend to gravitate towards basketball when I'm in the arcade.
That's
like,
awesome.
I'll go play some basketball. I didn't do it this time. I resisted, but usually I think it's because it was full, actually. That was the only reason I didn't go play it. All right. Favorite retro game. Hashtag answer MTTG as has become a long outro.
Man, some kid was like, man, I almost got to play basketball with Darius Rucker.
Yeah, exactly. He was he put his coin on the machine, but then he left. Thank you guys so much for being here. Router, thank you for taking time out of your mini vacation for the people.
Yes.
Hopefully Lauren's still sleeping.
Yes, of course
she won't even notice that you're gone.
That's the beauty of it. Like, I'm an early riser. She stays up late more than I do. Mm-hmm. And so she'll sleep in more. And so it works perfectly. It works out perfectly.
I love it. I love it. Hall, thank you for being here, of course.
You're welcome.
That was kind of Jeff Goldblum a little bit. Oh, yes, you're wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
With chaos, you have.
You see, the thing about podcasting is that
exactly
you've got to let it flow through you. You've got to let the words come out. The words need to come out of you. You need to understand.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so funny. Awesome. I really hope that he's in Jurassic World. He didn't get killed in the other Jurassic Park movies, did he?
No, he was like the star of number 2.
Yeah,
I think I need him to be in make a cameo.
I think I need to go see. I think I need to go see Jurassic World. I think I do.
I know. I think I have to see that and Terminator. Unfortunately,
no, I don't want to see.
I don't want to see it either. I just said I might have to do it.
Dude, go see Mad Max instead. That was
awesome. I want to see that so bad.
That was so good.
I just want to go to the movies.
Yeah, really.
2 kids in. Oh, Lordy.
Yep. Good luck with that.
All right, we're up out this thing. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, darn.
That would have been good, man. Take that.
Tim Router, Timothy Hall, Gabe Patillo. We are married to the games, and we are up out this thing. Peace!